Hello, Steve Mills here, the Prudent Marketer, and welcome back to the Association of Prudent Marketing weekly video. It's great to be back talking to you and sharing with you some more tried, tested and proven ideas to grow your business. Today I want to talk to you about another book that I've just read. I've actually just got back from a holiday and I read this book. I don't know whether you can see it too well, but you probably pick out the title and the author there. It's called 24 Assets. And it's another book by Daniel Priestley. Now you may remember that I spoke about Daniel, I can't remember how many videos ago, but definitely if you've been listening to the series, then you'll have heard me talk about Daniel Priestley. He wrote a great book which is called How to Become a Key Person of Influence. And it also applies to how to become a key business of influence. So, you know, it works in both ways. So, you know, I strongly recommend you go and buy the book. I'm not on commission. Buy it on Amazon and do the same thing probably with this book as well. So let me tell you what it's about. Daniel says in the book, if you want to be more successful in business, then one of the keys has got to be the value of your business. You know, how much is this business worth at the time when you finally become, you know, you decide to retire or you decide to sell the business for whatever reason. And to do so, you've got to make sure that we maximize the potential of what Daniel calls the 24 assets. Now, I just redid this a little bit. I thought to myself, right, from a business point of view, and for me, more importantly, from a marketing perspective, what are all the assets in my business? And I sort of I suppose I dug down from what Daniel had said and said, right, okay, you know, I've got to see my business card as an asset. It's either an asset or a liability, let's put it that way. But it, you know, it's an asset. Let me just grab it over here just a second. I wasn't going to do this, so you can tell I'm not prepared here, but what the heck. So there's my business card there, if you can see that just about. You can't really see it, but it's that's my business card, and therefore, you know, it's an asset to me. But the question is, you know, once again, is how good is that business card? Well, you look at my business card and it's got my name on it, obviously. It's got all my contact details. It's got my website, and on the back it's got some information. It says, Prudent Marketing Company, we offer a full range of marketing, digital marketing and business growth services, helping you to maximize your business potential through our Prudent Marketing system. If you're serious about growing your business, it's time to meet the Prudent Marketing Company, as it says, you know, up there. Okay, so you think about that and you think, you know, is that, as you know, where would you rate that asset on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I actually picked on something that I'd say we're pretty good at. You can't really see this, but this business card is like it's probably about 4 times thicker and stronger than any other business card. And do you know what? Every time I give this business card to people, they go, oh wow, oh. And that's all I want, you know. I want them to think, oh wow, you know, not oh, you know, not cheap and rubbish and, you know, clearly bought it on a motorway service station. You know, this is a key part of my marketing. You know, the 2 most important things in our marketing, I'd say, would be our website and our business card. And so we want to make sure that this is as good as possible. So anyway, let's go back to the 24 assets. What I'd suggest you do, forget the number 24. Just think about all the assets in your business and make a list of them. You know, and I'm talking about, you know, everything marketing-wise, obviously, your website, your email system, your LinkedIn profile, your business card. If you've got an office that you invite people to, then it's your office. You know, everything, you know, the way you dress, you know, all those sorts of things are either assets or liabilities. And we want to make them assets, and we want to make them really good assets. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, probably a liability, to 10 being it couldn't be any better, where would you rate each and every element of your marketing. You then look at customer service. You know, how good are you at that? How good are you at keeping in touch with people? What could you do better? How could you improve that? We then look operationally, you know, delivering the service. You know, I met a builder recently who he said he does lots of roofing work, and he's just invested in a drone so that when he's done some work, he sends the drone up there and it hovers over the house so that the people who are down on the ground can see the work that he's done. Because you know what it's like. You get a builder in or somebody in to do the roof, and you think, what's he done? You know, just spent £300, and I'm not really sure what he's done. Has he actually done anything? You know, has he just ripped me off? Maybe I'm being a bit cynical, but the point being, he did that as part of his customer service, so people could really see and understand the value of his work and what he'd done for them. So I think that's a great idea, and I thought it was a really good example of improving customer service. Buying a drone may not be appropriate for you, but certainly if you're repairing roofs of houses, that might be. So take a look at that. What about financially? How switched on are you? Financially. In other words, do you have a cash flow? Do you have profit loss? Do you have a budget? Do you have monthly management accounts? Most accountants give you the rear view mirror. You try driving a car using a rear view mirror and work out how far you get. A set of accounts. Let's say, I don't know, my accounts are due, my end of year is in November. So I've got my last year's accounts up to November. Everything goes over to the accountant, and by the end of February, it produces a set of accounts. Now, some of those accounts already are like, virtually 18 months old, and how are they going to help me to run my business? And the answer is, well, all they are is a legal, obligation that the government want to see a set of accounts, and a very little value to me. So monthly management accounts are exactly where it's at, tell me exactly where I am, and I can take actions accordingly. So all I'm saying is we've got all these assets in our business. How good are we now, and what do we need to do in order to improve them? What about your people? Your people are assets. Your people are probably the most expensive thing in your business. So, how good are your people? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you need to do to improve them? Do you need to get rid of them? Do you need to get somebody else in? Do you need to train them? Do you need to motivate them? Do you need to, whatever it happens to be, to get more out of your people? I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in a positive way, so that when people contribute more, they enjoy it more, and they love to come to work. That's the type of environment that people like you and I'm sure, want to try to create. So that's sort of it really for today. I really do think, out of all the programs that I've done with you, some of them are small, about improving headlines. Some of them are a bit bigger, about developing your websites. But this one, I think, is massive. This is a really big thing for you to think about, and something for you to take action on. Looking at each and every element of your business, not just your marketing. Now, and working out where you are. And then, so let me just go back through the system so I'm clear on it, because I don't think I've been quite clear enough yet. You write a list of all your assets, everything that could affect your business, your marketing assets, your sales assets, your customer service assets, your financial, operational, HR, recruitment, all your systems, all your people. And you write a list of all those. You then go through and rate how good you are on a scale of 1 being awful, 10 being brilliant. You then, I think, probably prioritize those into what's important, what's going to have the biggest impact on my business. Spending hours and hours or days and days on your business card or your comp slip, because that's an asset, but it's not really going to have a major impact on your business. Whereas something more important might be. So let's come up with the top 4 or 5 assets that you're going to really go to town on right now. You're going to really go to work on. What are the biggest problems that you've got that you really need to try to improve? Once you've worked on those, once you've identified those, you've got to go to work on them. It's no use doing this and think, oh yeah, I got weakness here and strengths here, and that was a good exercise. You've got to do something about it. And once you've done that, we go and find some more and work on that. And that's a great way of, for me, improving your profit in your business, improving the size of your business, and improving the value of your business, ultimately improving your wealth, your profit, and really your quality of life as well, which is why we got in business in the first place. Do you remember that? When you first decided to go in business, because you wanted a better life. I always remember a very good friend of mine. I used to have a friend, we lost contact a little bit. His name was Malcolm Whittle. I knew Malcolm through tennis, but Malcolm was a former managing director of Tarmac UK. And I remember now, it must be 27 years ago that I was having a beer with Malcolm, and I said to him, I'm going to start my own business. And he said, fantastic news, Steve. And he said, brilliant. He said, the best thing about running your own business, Steve, is that you get to only work half a day. I said, half a day? He said, yeah. He said, when you run your own business, you only have to work half a day. And he said, not only that, but you get to pick which 12 hours those are. And boy, was that true. It really was over the next, since then really, for the last 27 years, we all work very hard in small businesses, and I'm sure that rings a bell with a few of you there. So anyway, that's about it. Thank you ever so much for listening, and look forward to sharing with you some more tried, tested and proven ideas next week. Thank you very much.